Bonjour and welcome to a new unboxing video. And today I've got something a bit different, which is nice and something that's very exciting to me. And without any further ado, this is what we're going to unbox today. It's an Elvira 8-inch action figure from NECA for Elvira's 40th anniversary. So that's I do like NECA. I think NECA has some very good sculpts in general. The problem they have, they may have some quality control issues. So it does happen from time to time that you will open the box and some limb will fall out. That's the thing. I think they do have some issues. So many people are actually complaining about the issues with their figure. So I try and avoid getting some of them, but I just couldn't resist having Elvira. There's two versions of this figure. There's also one which is exclusive to an event called Howlathon, or Howlathon, which you can actually get online. I think it's in partnership with Target. And basically they do have a signed version of this figure, which is about, I think it's $100 or something like that. Was this one is about I can't remember if it is $35 or $40 in the US. So basically it's an 8-inch, so it will literally be in scale with your Migos, or at least my Migos, and we're going to discover it without well, I can't wait. I'm really excited by this because I've been waiting for it for quite a while. It's been announced month ago. So before we open it, you do have the back of the box in which you are showing the beautiful Elvira and the different accessories that are sold with her. What do they say? When you hear the name Elvira, only one person comes to mind: horror icon and quintessential symbol of all things spooky, the one and only mistress of the dark. So quite a program. I'm really chuffed about this. Oh, and you do have on the side, they do have the Elvira signature, which is of course printed, but at least you do have it in one of the sides, and otherwise it's the usual logo. So here you go. I'm very happy to have this, and now we're going to open it because that's what you're waiting for. Really, you're waiting for me to make a mess of things, because I usually do, and we'll see how easy it is to open. To the bottom, remember, you open to the bottom this way. If you want to keep it in the box and display it in the box afterwards, it's actually easier to open the bottom because of the weight than opening the top, because it will look a bit weird. That's the secret. So let's get this out. There is also a little background, which is of course just a simple cloudy, darknessy thingy. I mean, there's no moon. I would have expected maybe a moon. And we do have now, oh, that's actually interesting, because for once we have a stand. I mean, I think that of all the NECA figures of that scale, it's the first time ever that I actually get a stand, which is good. I mean, I can imagine that with a high heel it's difficult to have a stand, so have her stand without a stand. Sorry, I'm bad. So that's actually a very welcome add-on. It's a simple circle of plastic with a plug, a peg, sorry, and now we're going to take around, and you do have one of those silica gel, you know, the one that you shouldn't eat, and you just throw them in the bin, or if you want to reuse them, because actually you can use them in plenty of things. If you are having toys in storage, for example, to make sure that it doesn't get too wet in there, because I mean, you never know, you may have a very damp cellar or a loft, or those can be actually useful. Otherwise, just chuck them away. So I'm going to chuck away the little plasticky bit, and now we're going to discover the wonderful Elvira with her. So it is a closed version, so she's wearing clothes like any Migo figure. So we do have the beautiful Elvira. The likeness is absolutely fantastic. I think that there is another head, because you can actually change her head, which I think is quite funny for Elvira. That they give you a head, and so you do have the dress which open, and of course we do have lovely high heels. That's why I'm thinking probably they had to give her, and yes, she does have undies in case you perverts are asking. And so she does have her little dress. I'm very careful with bending around, because quite often that's the problem we are getting with NECA figures. When you try and bend them, it's a bit too stiff and it breaks. That's the thing. So she does have actually painted nails. It looks like it. Yes, she does painted, and she does have a ring. And on the other side, yes, on the other side she does have a bracelet. And so that's actually a very cool. Let's see if she stands on her own, because that's the other thing with NECA, you never quite know. And she's going to be top heavy, no joke. But I mean, the head is, I mean, that's a bouffant hairdo. Yes, I think that you really need the stand to help her. Otherwise, the figure is way too top heavy to stand on its own. So we're going to put her on her stand. So let's see, is it going to work well? I have a feeling that she's not going to be very good on her stand either. But here you go, that's the figure on the stand. And yeah, she is really top heavy. I wish I was joking, but no, she really is. I mean, as you can see, you see she's falling back all the time. So, oh no, she isn't, but basically she's looking down now. So she does have a couple of accessories, because of course if you look at her belt, you will notice that something is missing, and the something that is missing is her little dagger, which is actually pretty nicely done, very detailed. So we're going to give her her dagger that she wears at her belt. She's already looking a lot better. And then they actually added a couple of accessories. So you do have a chalice, which is all smoky. And then let's see, yeah, that's better. So here is the chalice that she can hold, and there is some wisp of smoke. And you do have this absolutely gorgeous skull with like some candles in it. So that's actually very nice, and this is actually a bit soft. Yeah, it is a bit soft plastic. And then, and that's the most important thing, you do have the extra Elvira head. And I have to admit that the winking Elvira is looking even better than the regular Elvira. I do love that alternate head. We're going to see if it's easy to change her head, because that's also something that's always a bit, you see what I mean? With NECA, it's always quite stiff because of the way they are doing this. If you look at the way the peg is, you do have a peg and the articulation, and the articulation in the peg makes it a bit more difficult to actually push the head in. I think I may have done it this time. Yay! So we can actually see Elvira with her alternate head, which I will probably leave on because I'm not sure I want to risk removing the head again. So here you go, this is the Elvira 8-inch figure from NECA, which of course you can have next to, I would say, Frankenstein. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you do have Elvira. You can play with your Migos. You can play with whoever you want. Basically, that's a cracking figure. I do believe it's one of the nicest that NECA has done in a very long time. And so far, it hasn't broken, which is always a plus. Anyway, so NECA is just out. I think it's available already in the UK. It's available in the US and in Canada at least. And I'm sure you can find it online. Elvira 8-inch figure, 40th anniversary of Elvira from NECA. And now I'm going to play with my dog.